So, good morning. It's the first morning of the hike, and we all slept relatively okay. We have one or two of the group who didn't sleep very well. But we got up at 6 this morning. It's now about 5 to 7. We're busy finishing up, packing up, and getting ready for the 15-kilometer hike ahead. I think some takeaways from yesterday was that, it is a challenging hike. We can expect some really challenging parts to this hike, so one has to pace oneself. So far, I won't be able to tell you which day is the most intense, which ones you have to really prep yourself for, but we will do so along the way, and probably at the end of the hike, we'll give you a bit of a brief summary of which days to watch out for, which days are a bit easier, so you guys at home have all the information you need when you're preparing for this hike. So I think we're gonna finish up, get ready for the day ahead, and we'll see how it goes. So we're about to get going. As you see, the group's left ahead of us.
I don't like us very much.
We're gonna have an exciting trip ahead. I'm lucky with Michael,
It's okay.
who's got the map.
Neutral. Yes! Just need 5 minutes for my phone to stop.
There we go. All right, exciting day ahead. Let's see what happens.
I always like to start off my hike complicated.
So we're en route to the hut of day 3 and actually day 2, sorry. We started off with a nice and kind of gentle up and down hike, nothing too extreme, but I think today is going to get us on the distance, so we'll see. But the landscape is absolutely stunning, and you see these kind of rolling hills, rocky terrain, small bushes and so on. And yeah, it should be a stunning hike. We're looking forward to the descent today. The descent's gonna have some chains, which will be quite interesting to do, and probably keep us up a bit to make sure all the group gets down safely. But we'll see how that goes. Otherwise, we're enjoying it so far, keeping good pace, and yeah, hopefully the rest of the hike stays as beautiful as it is. So here we find that it's like a weird hole, probably a well that used to be dug here, but it seems quite empty. If we look down there, we see there's a whole bunch of stuff now lying down there. But yeah, interesting. Unfortunately, people just dumped their rubbish down there. Obviously, we want to make sure everything you bring into the hike you take out. So if you can, minimize your plastics and make sure you take whatever you have with you. We're waiting for Michael and Storm to join us, and you can see them way back there, and we're trying to catch up to the other group in front. Let's keep going.
mom and dad for most of my clothing. This is a Derek's special shirt. Also the glasses. All the dad's special I'm wearing.
There we go. It's good to make the best of the less hot part of the day. So we have this rocky section that we're going through in the riverbed, and it's a real blister twister, so to say. So if your feet are a bit knackered, you'll really enjoy this. But we're coming up to the split, apparently on the map, and after that should be the descent. Actually, before that should be the descent. So exciting times ahead. We are carrying on, so to say, soldiering through. Group behind is keeping up well. We've almost caught up to the group ahead, and yeah, we've done basically 10.5, 10.6 Ks already, and it's only 10:50, so we've kept a very good pace. But I do think the descent will slow us down quite a bit. Yeah, so we'll keep you guys up to date as things go, and hopefully the rest of the trail stays epic. Coming up to what looks like a old farm windmill. Some of the guys have gone to check it out. Catching up here to the front group. Let's see what they're up to. Kalt, avid hiker. How's it going?
All good, bro. Today's been a really easy day. Much easier than yesterday. We are not sure what's to come. They say they are changed somewhere, but let's have a look. So far, we are 11 kilometers in with 4 to go. I'm feeling good about today. Here you go.
Nice.
It was so easy, but now we're gonna die.
Thanks for the optimism, Simone. Doing great. Leading motor. Pure determination, hard-headedness, anger. Nice. There we go. So we have just descended the first chains. Everyone's almost down. Back there is Dan the Man and Alton. They're still making their way down. The rest of the team is already here. And we're ready to tackle that side of the trail. I hear there are more chains, so let's see. All the best to us. Oh yeah! No, it's really cool. It's actually helped a lot. Well done. Oh God.
Dis maar laat ons geflous vandag.
So we made it to hut 3, and it was quite an adventure. We didn't record the chains, but we'll show you how those chains look tomorrow. And up until that point, the hike was relatively easy. The most challenging part was the river section leading up to the chains, where you had round boulders which you had to step through and across, and obviously that wears quite heavy on your shoes. I'll show you guys my shoes tomorrow, but they didn't take it too well, so it had to MacGyver a bit of a fix. We'll see if it holds for tomorrow, but hopefully it does. But the real challenge came after the chains. So when you get to the top of the chains on day 2, it's a good idea to take a break, where we chilled there at the first chain section, because right after that is the steep chain decline, and that's the kind of thing you want to just start doing before you psych yourself out. I'm not a fan of heights, and it's quite intimidating from the top, but once you get started, it is definitely manageable. What we did is we also helped the girls take their backpacks down, so we passed the backpacks down so that the girls could go down without the weight. But all the guys also managed, and it was definitely very doable. So tomorrow we have to climb back up, and we'll show you guys that. Let's see if it is as uncomplicated as coming down. The challenge was, after the riverbed section, we had anticipated there would still only be like a kilometer to the hut, and it turned out to be more like 5 or 6, because the map itself says that it's only 15 Ks to this hut from day 1's hut, and the guys with the Apple Watches said it ended up being about 21 kilometers, if not more. 23. So yeah, today is a long day, and we actually still completed it in a really fast time. We left this morning 7:30, between 7:30 and 8, depending on which group you were with, and we arrived here between 2 and 2:30. So all in all, I think we managed it well, but everyone was pretty knackered when you got here. And the last section is also riverbed with big boulders, sand, so gonna be demanding on you. Pace yourself, because the last stretch isn't as short as you think. But other than that, we're now here, we're enjoying the wonderful evening. We're going to hopefully see some beautiful stars tonight, and get some good rest for tomorrow, because tomorrow says it's only a 12-kilometer hike, but after our experience today, we're anticipating 20. And yeah, we'll show you guys around a bit how we've set up. Most of us have tents. This hut has a building and it is closed off, but unfortunately, I must say, the amenities here have really been neglected. So NWR or whoever is in charge of the huts themselves have not done a really good job. Day 1's hut, although it was much simpler, is a much nicer solution because it feels more clean. Here we have what are supposed to be flushing toilets that definitely have a sewage problem, so it smells a bit. Inside the house, it's bunk beds with old crumpled up mattresses. The house is full of wasps. Outside on the porch, it's full of wasps. So it's not the most ideal area to sleep. So most of us are opting to sleep outside. Some are braving it on the inside, but inside their tents. And yeah, so I think this would really be a beautiful hut if it was well maintained and looked after. Unfortunately, it's not like the huts that you find on Archer Trail or so, which are just a lot more welcoming when you arrive. Other than that, yeah, I think we're all going to just take it easy for the rest of the night, and we'll hopefully get some tips from a couple of people on what they've found so far being useful. I think all of us have again realized you usually pack too much food, so we're probably carrying a little bit too much. But yeah, we'll see if they have some tips that they've all taken away from this hike so far that they think that could help. From my side, definitely buy brand new socks for the hike, because I'm wearing old socks from a previous hike and they're not surviving that well. I'm getting hectic blisters. my shoes were also on a previous hike, and I thought they still got one hike left. If this is that hike, don't bring those shoes. Rather get a new pair, walk them in nicely so that they're ready for the hike. But yeah, other than that, we'll probably chat to a couple of people and see what they say. The wild, hard-working Armand taking a well-deserved nap. Armand, what are your takeaways for this campsite?
My concerns for campsite number 2 is that we don't know where the tap is. We had to take water out of the tank. The tank is not working really well. I don't know what the water solution is supposed to be here, but we're just taking it straight out of the tank. And that is my concern for camp number 2.
Thank you very much for your hard work. You're on camera.
Okay.
What are your tips so far that you found useful? If anyone is coming to this hike from the first 2 days, what would you tell them?
I would say definitely proper shoes. The first day was hectic. Second day to me was honestly like a breeze compared to the next day. Don't pack in a lot of food. What?
Pack lightly on the snacks.
Please, light on the snacks and a lot of game packets, like energy.
Game.
Yeah, for energy. So you'll drink a lot of water, so you won't be as hungry. But what else? Yeah, don't make your bags too heavy because it's very hard on your knees when you going down. There's a lot of downhill. Yeah, that's
Awesome.
what I would say. Prepare for that. Your knees, exercise for your knees. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So we came from the side, from the gorge over there, all along a riverbed. And so you'll see the guys have pitched tents here. This track leading here is also not very clear. So try and stick left. If you stay close to the river, you'll definitely find the house. But because it's green, it really blends into the surroundings. And yeah, as you can see, it looks very dilapidated. That's the outhouse. It's not working at all. It just smells, and there's definitely a sewage situation. So you have to prepare yourself this whole hike. You're gonna take your bathroom time out in the bush. I've set up my tent here in front, and inside you will see a wild Daphne. This is the situation inside here. You see some have set up their tents, but as you can see, there are these weird old double beds and these really crusty mattresses, and these things are so rickety and broken, it's not even funny. So not exactly ideal. Prepare yourself for that. It's unfortunately not the best of situations. But other than that, it's really a nice time out here.